Hi, my name is Mary Spender and you are watching Tuesday Talks. And this is the third and final episode of my partnership with Reverb.com, where I came up with themed pedal boards with your help. We started off with space, then we went to food, my great love, food. And now this one is a bit more of an art gallery pedal board. The reason I bought these pedals was purely aesthetic. The artwork is divine. It's something we are all aware of. Pedals nowadays, it's such a crowded market. Most sound incredible, and there are so many boutique sellers, creators, builders. It's just, there is so much. So how do they stand out? And I have to say, these three pedals to me caught my eye on Reverb.com, and I bought them for their artwork. They all incorporate different kinds of materials. So the Anna Sounds spring reverb, which really does have a spring, which is incredible, that fits on your pedal board. Obviously I haven't attached it here, but this obviously incorporates wood. It has a metal casing underneath, but there's wood engraving on top. Then the Warp Drive by Stone Deaf has an aluminium enclosure. Then the Freakout by Digitech has a steel chassis. So they're kind of all made up of these different elements. The reason I chose all of them, as mentioned, was because of the artwork. I think the Anna Sounds, it's been on my mind for a really, really long time. And then the fact that it comes with different types of spring reverbs. So this is the smallest, called the Le Bon, and then there are two other types. They get larger and larger. So depending on what your spring reverb needs are, this is a genuine spring. I've already got ideas that I am going to put this in my effects loop so that my Rocker 15 Terra has a real spring reverb sat behind it on all the time. I just need to figure out exactly what kind of sound I want, and this video is the perfect excuse for that. The Warp Drive by Stone Deaf, I was really blown away by the type and then the little icons. I love a good icon. This obviously is a very, very famous pedal for djent players. So when you ask, does it djent? Yes, this pedal djents. Whether I djent is another matter. Then the Freakout, it really caught my eye. Again, the typeface is gorgeous. Then the fact that it's actually metal, it's got a steel chassis, and then what that does, it creates feedback. So even when you have a clean tone, or you're in a setting like this where you can't have your amp too loud, that actually creates feedback. So something like this, if I turn off all the other pedals, so as you can see, it actually has these LED lights and will tell you when the feedback is growing. So from a pedal board standpoint, if it's down by your feet, that's incredibly useful to know that it is working, it is growing, it will happen eventually. So the fact that I chose all these three on artwork alone, I actually think they make up a kind of perfect pedal board, because you have the drive, you have the fun, and then you have the reverb. One of the things I've been suffering from lately is a bit of a lack of inspiration for songwriting and melodies and guitar tone, and I'm standing up because I've been playing live a lot recently, and that's another reason. So when I'm playing live, I usually sort of block off all my mental energy to be able to do that. And I've only got one more show for the rest of the year. But when you're in that headspace, the songwriting headspace is something different, and you kind of have to step away for a while and sort of allow for experiences to enter into your psyche, and then be able to maybe get some respite over the holiday period and sit down and maybe start fresh. So to have a real spring is really enticing. That makes me want to pick up my guitar and just hear this. This is so beautiful and genuine. So the Element by Anna Sounds and the Freak Out by Digitech combined, when it's a clean tone, it's kind of unusual, the fact that there could be this feedback. It kind of like lurches on you and it starts to grow. But then when you put a drive, you know, as heavy as the Stone Deaf, which even has a noise gate. So if I was djenting, then I would have a really perfectly low noise floor there. But I guess the green, let's see. Still, after a lesson in djenting, I still can't djent. So maybe this noise gate is kind of rendered pointless when I have the Freak Out there, but the reason I chose these pedals again was not for sensible use. It's for inspiration, figuring stuff out, and I'm kind of in love with this sound. Just for the record as well, on the Rocker 15 Terra, I'm just using the clean channel. I want to say a massive thank you to Reverb for letting me build these different types of pedal boards. There are some things here that are extremely suitable for my style of playing, and then there are other things that are completely inappropriate, which I absolutely love. But I really just kind of want to showcase exactly what is out there, what is available on reverb.com. And the best thing, and this applies to all of you, there is a link in the description where you can apply to win $300 worth of Reverb bucks. So they will credit your account with $300 once you've signed up for free. You can start selling, start buying immediately. The $300 will be credited to your account, and then you can spend it as you wish on pedals, on guitars, on any gear you can find on reverb.com. So please, please check that out. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and comment below with your thoughts on these pedals. Like, let's talk about this spring Reverb, this real spring. It's incredible, it's beautiful, I love it. I now need to build a whole new pedal board just to fit that in it. Otherwise, I will see you very soon.